everyone, it's Angel. I know, you can totally tell it's me just by my hands. Today I'm gonna do a video surrounding this journal. So this journal is not just any kind of journal, it is a bullet journal. Well, my bullet journal. It's not a legit bullet journal. It is a Moleskine plain blank page notebook that I got from Maddie for my birthday. And at first I didn't know what to do with it, but as January rolled around, I knew exactly what I was gonna do with it. So, without further ado, welcome to my bullet journal flip through. So this first page usually holds information about the writer, which I'm not gonna show yet. And then I wrote an index, because the actual bullet journals, they come with an index. It usually covers 3 pages. I did 3 pages. I did that as well, except I had to write it myself because this is an actual bullet journal. So it has everything that I have done, so it's easier for me to find things. And then I have my key, this page over here, which basically just tells me that a dot equals a task and X equals completed, etc., etc., etc. I changed that, by the way. I have a different system now. I just really like this setup thing. This page over here is my 2017 page. It just says 2017 a bazillion times and then 2017 in yellow behind. And down here it says New Year, a New Beginning. Then I have my 2017 calendar. So from January all the way to December, although I'm done the majority of the book and we're only in April. So I'm not sure it's gonna last all year. Then I have my birthdays page, which I added a little thing here. I haven't done my year in pixels for a few days now. Ooh, more than a week. Basically what this is every single box is 1 day of the entire year, and then you color in the box with how you're feeling, which is, well, so there's really happy to all the way like really depressed, really sad, whatever. Then I start my actual January, which starts with my January memories, and not much happened that month. Then I have my January calendar, and then long-term goals and just stuff that was happening. Then I have my habit tracker, my January habit tracker, and then my gratitude log. I really love the gratitude log thing, and I really like the habit tracker too. I like how I get to keep track of what I'm doing. Then my weekly setup would just be this for a long time. I would draw a little doodle every day of stuff that would happen. And I have my savings, which I have discarded this page. I have another savings page further on. My school schedule and homework. This page is interesting. This is my reading list for the entire year. There's well over 60 books in here, even though my Goodreads goal is only 60. And when I'm done a book, I'll color it in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this says I've only read 12 books so far this year, but with school I've read I think 15 now. And I'm 50 pages away from finishing Cress from the Lunar Chronicles, but I have to film this before it gets too dark or too late. This over here is part 1 of 2 of my TV/anime log. So basically I'll color in a square every time I finish an episode, so I get to keep track where I am. And then the same kind of concept here with movies to watch, although I don't watch movies very often. Then I have a cosplay page for Tamaki Suo. I drew this rose here and I'm really proud of it. And basically it's just the makeup routine and what I needed when I started the cosplay, when I finished it, etc. Then I have my package tracker, and I only have one package that's supposed to come soon, which is the Apollo Trials book. Then same thing as with Tamaki, I have my Victor cosplay, which I haven't gotten very far. I have YouTube ideas, you're not allowed to see any of those, and my social media tracker, which I've abandoned as well because I didn't take into consideration that it would grow. So yeah. And then I started book pages, so I'd write the title of the book, by who it was, then do this little thing here, my favorite quote, and what the book was actually about. Part 2 of my TV/anime log. This assignments, and then this next page is confidential. Test, got a 90% on that one. Then another book page, this one's for The Catcher in the Rye. Ooh, got another 90% assignment. King Chronicles, Throne of Fire. Then I have my Peter Pan cosplay, my Annabeth Chase cosplay. I'm gonna start working on my Sugawara Koshi cosplay, which is from Haikyuu, although I'm not sure if I'm gonna actually do it this year. I'm not sure. This is a page that I just let the girls I babysit color in. More weekly stuff, homework. I just decided I wanted to doodle. Well, then I had my variety show and I had to like check off what I had to bring. And I have some chord pages in here. I have to learn this song. I know it, but I always have to look at the chords. I have to memorize it because me and my friend Kate from No Socks Bookworms, we're doing this for our show. Then I have brain dump, which is basically I just had so much in my mind that I just had to write everything down so I could know when I finished. More weeklies, homework, and these are exams, so I'd rather you not see. And then I started anime pages, which I haven't exactly completed. I have a few pages of them that are completed, like my Ouran High School Host Club one that's completed. If I watch Yuri on Ice the third time, then it'll be completed with all the quotes. Then I have Your Lie in April, Your Ouran High School Host Club, Attack on Titan, Irregular Magic High School Free, Bungo Stray Dogs, Haikyuu, Kiss Him Not Me, Samurai Flamenco, Blue Exorcist, Death Note, Gargantua and the Venturous Planet, Baka and Test, and Girls Bravo. All of which I kind of just wanted to have some way of tracking it, although I kind of wish that I had done like a tag like that and then had this tag underneath that, because it's taking up a lot of space that I could have used, and I'm not gonna watch them again, so why have the quotes part. This over here is a page where I just had a little bit of writing inspiration, so it's a little more personal. Then I had more weeklies, and then February. So of all things, of all months, January took up the most amount of pages, took 82 pages, because I was setting everything up. I had so many things I had to put in. After that, the months became fairly small. So February, I just crossed off as I went. Then I have my gratitude log and my habit tracker. Then my memories. This month, I had a lot of memories. And I had Snow Trails Camp, which I had to have a checklist for. Then weeklies, and I was working on holes in paper in art, so I drew that there. Then I had Wings of Fire, Talons of Power, and The Perks of Being a Wallflower book pages. And I did City of Stars, which was for more chord pages for the ukulele. More weeklies. Dash and Lily's Book of Dares. I was reading a Christmas book in February. Don't ask, I don't know. Then I started this new weekly. What I did was I used to just have the little flag with the date and then a little doodle afterwards with my H2O intake because I wasn't drinking enough water. Then I started adding the steps and just kind of going with it. I also changed the color scheme because I decided that every month should have a different color scheme, which I'm sticking to now. Then I decided to draw down some yoga poses, which I have yet to be done. Test. Ooh, these are my grades. But this was the inspiration for my backpack. I just sketched out what I thought I could do. Then it was March. Started with my March weekly, and then March. Woo! It's there. So I have my gratitude log and my habit tracker. March memories. Nothing happened that month at all. Like nothing interesting happened. But then I started reading Cinder, which was great. And then I had another brain dump because I had a lot of stuff on my mind. This is where I changed the banner thing. I changed it to triangles all at first. And I started writing more in cursive and drawing little more doodles, and I'm really proud of this. I had a shopping list, I had stuff I had to do, and then if you don't know, I have a Bookstagram Instagram account, and I just wanted ideas to start a theme, even though I was going through All I Want for March is the book challenge throughout March, so that was the whole challenge, and I got to check off when I did them. I really like this one. This is a weekly. I did the little flower thing and I did little doodles, and I really like this one, but I didn't stick with it because I changed theme completely in April. But this is March, and then I have this doodle page. I really like this. And My Name is Memory by Brush Airs, and then Scarlet. Yeah. And then the last page in March. Now April is, well, this past month, and I'm really proud of it. I took a lot of planning into this, and I started using pictures as well. I'm really proud of it, you'll see. So this is my monthly setup, which was usually giant and huge, but I never really used it. So I just kind of put it at a glance over there, and then goals, and then added a really nice picture. And books I had to read that month, which so far I've only done one of them. And that's why I really want to finish Cress. I have 50 pages left, and I love it so much. And instead of doing gratitude log straight down like this, I decided to make it a sun, so that every time I would write something, it would be the rays of the sun going out, and I thought it was really cute. And then my weeklies turned a little bit more simple. This entire theme was space and the stars and moon and planets and all that stuff, and NASA and all that. So the whole idea here was to kind of make it look like it popped up on a screen while they're in space, right, on a spaceship. So yeah, that was the idea. And I started gluing things in. So like, this is my fortune that I had. It was people are naturally attracted to you, and one of my lucky numbers was 9, which is great because that was the day after the Toronto competition, which is what I journaled about right here. I had so much fun on that trip. I wrote down everything that happened over here, and I had a little Toronto skyline here. I really liked it. It was great. Then I started this new thing where I'm going to do a playlist every month, so some of the songs I listen to the most, some of the songs that I'm recently discovering, whatever. I have space for maybe 2 or 3 more songs, but I'm at 20 right now. And then I have like a picture that I glued in, music really loud, and then world really quiet. And I drew the April playlist thing, whatever, doesn't matter. Then I have my habit tracker because I forgot to put that in earlier. I really like this one. I like the stars at the bottom. And then I have my savings, which I have put into a better way for me to track. So when I put money aside for one of my trips, I will color in one of the stars. It's a process. Then I have my Toronto packing list because the competition was in Toronto, and we won 3rd place, and so I drew this trophy, and I had the entire team sign their names in it. Then I had more weekly stuff. This is the page I'm proud of the most. I printed out a whole bunch of pictures from Show Choir Canada, which is the competition I competed at, and from the trip in general, and I just kind of put it together as a collage from the entire trip, and I loved it so much. Then I drew this after watching 13 Reasons Why. Don't ask me, I just felt like drawing it. I don't know, everything is not crossed off all right, I don't know. And more weeklies, I started adding pictures, and this is this week actually, and I started Cress a while ago, but I just didn't put it in my bullet journal. So I started that page earlier. And that's about as far as I've gotten in my bullet journal so far. In the back, however, I have a whole bunch of pen tests, like a whole bunch of pen tests. And I even have like over here, and yeah, so it's a good 5 pages of pen tests. And then I have ideas back here way at the back. It has, I have sticky notes so I can put ideas, and there's even a little pocket which has quite a bit of stuff in it. Since this month's theme was stars and moon and space and all that stuff, I printed out a whole bunch of pictures, and I keep the ones that I might possibly use there. And I have a ruler for things that I need to be straighter. This was my whole plan for this month. So yeah. I was planning that out. And this is my planning process from when I started my bullet journal completely. That is my bullet journal. Thank you, Maddie, so much for getting this for me. It was just a plain one, and then she drew on the sides, and then Tom Marlborough Riddle to make it seem like a Harry Potter reference. It's really cool. I love my bullet journal. I don't know what I'd do without it. I have to start planning for May soon, and I want to do another theme. So if you guys have any ideas as to what theme I should do next, please comment them down below. And I'd really like to have your input on this because I might share more of this in the future again. You never know. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to check out my Instagram and Twitter as mentioned before. And I will see you next week. Bye, love ya. Mwah.
Play us like pawns and relentlessly confine into living up to gender roles and having absent minds. Don't you think it's funny how they tell us how to live? Don't you think it's funny how we're all